Hmm. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Great. I'm just gonna move this mic. Um. Okay. My lights are all weird today. Let's see. There we go. All right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are
Thank you.
you?
I'm good. Thank you for making such flexible adjustments today. I really appreciate it. It's been a busy weekend for me, so thank you. Um, what's new in your world?
Let's see. Not too much this time. Still practicing the breath work. Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
Um, it's how do I word it? Uh, I had it earlier and it just le- left me. Okay. Let's see. How should I track goals and at what rate do you think I should be progressing?
Okay. Great question. When it comes to your goals specifically, like it may be more, needs to be even more clear of what that is, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So one way to track it, like if specifically you're thinking about like growing your range, well, then we've got notes, right?
Yes.
Another way to look at it would be like, how do you feel, physically when you're doing it? Does it seem like it's intuitive? Some of those things are like hard to gauge. It's a bit subjective. So the more we
Yeah.
can say like, okay, I feel relaxed or my muscles are like specifically this part of my throat is relaxed, right? Like, do you know what I mean? Getting
Yeah.
specific as possible with these things. Like, oh, my jaw. I notice I don't have the jaw tension I used to have. Specifically when I sing this phrase, right? These are ways you can see your progress. And then also, like, if we just break it into like vowels, that's another great way to do it because a lot of singing is just vowels. We'll know, okay, we've done every one of these vowels, and we know that in this part of your range, it's all working. They're all connected. They're all in the same place. Um, those are usually good goals, and also ways that you can kind of target and focus your attention, and know that you're making progress. And that stuff pays dividends. Like it's the stuff that is maybe a bit tedious or a little bit, it feels kind of unexciting.
Yeah.
And then, but you look back later when you're able to sing the song, like, and you're like, whoa, I am so glad I did all that work. That's the work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so the way to gauge that is, it's hard because you're going to be looking for a result, right? And the result has to be I feel good about this as well as this sounds like what I expected it to right now, right? And so you have to set realistic expectations for what you're supposed to sound like. It's your voice, it's not someone else's voice. That's one thing. And then also just knowing like what your tone like is, what works well for you and how to get there. So what type of similar artists should you be referencing? If you're trying to sound like Christina Aguilera, I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I don't know if anyone can sound like Christina Aguilera, um, right? And that's great. That's how it should be. So I think
Okay.
it's a matter of keeping yourself focused on the small things as well as the big things too. Because those little small goals, like, oh wow, I sang that a G today, in my mixed voice, and I usually have to belt that. That's a great achievement, right? Um, and I'm always keeping track of those things, like subconsciously, if not like on paper, even too. So sometimes it's a good thing for us to just have discussions about like what your priorities are, because those do shift as you get in, more depth, and you're thinking, oh, I really want this to happen first. I need this is what's going to gratify me, and that's totally fine. Um, but well, I'm always also working at you like as the whole artist, like as you as the whole singer. So I want to make sure you have, you know, you're relaxed. I want to make sure that you feel confident. I want to make sure that you are sounding great. You have a good tone, that you're accurate on the pitches, you know, and those things are, I'm always listening for that. Um, but we can have specific goals too along the way.
Okay. It's very similar to dance in that aspect where you're
Hmm.
trying to um get or at least feel good doing it and then be able to look back at it and sort of say I like this or I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's very subjective.
Really, and also you're increasing your ability to discuss it, to talk about it, to know what it is you're looking for, and that helps you then be more clear. Like the more clarity you can have, the better. They were just I watched this video about like I get all the Michael Jackson things pop up in my feed all the time, especially right now though the movie
Especially
coming out.
since the documentary.
Yeah, and so he anyway he was obviously a perfectionist. You know, we know this. He had claimed that he was a perfectionist like from a young age, and he called that to his work, right? And but most people that are perfectionist tendencies have a problem because they don't follow through and finish the work, and they
Yeah.
maybe also don't have clarity on what it is they're trying to be perfect at, right? Or how they want it to be perfect, how it would be perfect. And because also he had a sense of like his dogs are like it's weird. There's no dogs that live here. Like this is the I'm hearing like it's like a pound is outside the house. It's weird. Um, uh, he he has incredible clarity around what he's looking for. Like even though he goes through the mix like 100 times to get Billie Jean right, like he knows what he's listening for. I mean, kind of, because they ended up going back to mix one. I think it was mix one. But yeah, like he knows what he's listening for, and that's what makes it work. So having clarity and perfectionist will work, right? But I don't know. In some ways, also we need to release that idea of being perfect because it's not always what we're interested in anyway.
Okay.
Excellence, now that is something to strive for.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my next question would be, what do you specifically think I should work on?
Okay. So, firstly, I think one area of your voice that would be really great to have stronger and will give you more room to sing more songs, make you feel a little bit more confident, is that part of your voice that's like right around middle C, D, E, right there, where you have a little bit of your airflow gets pinched a little bit back and it needs to be really filled out. You need to spread open the tone a little bit more to get more out of those parts of phrases usually. Um, and I think that comes back to not only just knowing what inside here is kind of pinching and cinching down and how to release that, which my thought is probably it's the back of your tongue, and it's also
Yes.
not opening the soft palate enough. Because as we were working last time, we realized, wow, you have a ton of room that you can go if you're thinking about it. And actually, that's a really good thing to have access to because you're like, boom, here's all my space. But once it turns into singing, that's where things start to change sometimes. So I want you to be able to like carry your tone over from when you were speaking in that really nice round open tone that we were talking about and putting that into the higher part of your range specifically, and also having the ability to like move that up and down without it cinching and you're moving up,
Okay.
right? That's what I sense for you is the most uh, the biggest priority probably.
Okay.
um, Yeah, because I think you hear like I think you're hearing the musicality of the phrase actually, and that's what you're trying to be sensitive to as you sing, and I think that's great. It's probably also because you're used to singing along with a person, like another artist or something, and so you're not really feeling the tone, like, or you haven't embodied that more, right? It's like if you were trying to
Yeah.
do choreography, always watching somebody else dancing in front of you, you're never
Yeah.
gonna actually know the
So you,
moves.
Yes.
And
Okay,
like
that makes perfect sense.
you got to be able to like improvise in the move even. Like you want to fill it. You want to do it your way. And so,
Your way.
you got to know that move like no problem. Like it's just in your body, right? That is literally what singing is actually too. It is a dance. It is a dance, a very delicate dance of the throat. And it takes a lot of time to get that right sometimes, right? But there's things that you already are getting right. There's things that you are, it's like if you took more ballet, maybe that would be good for your balance, right? Or certain things, if you did more tap, you're going to be more grounded. And knowing those different parts of your body, these different parts of your sound, different parts of your singing that you could enhance to grow you a little more well-roundedly in this part of your range. I think it'd be good to just try to move you into that range without even worrying about a song for a little bit. Maybe because, I mean, the song that was really fun way to apply it, but also in the previous song, I feel like that was maybe a step advanced just in the way that it was a breathier tone. The music itself is like there's a lot of variety through there and a lot of rhythm, and that always adds just a little bit more difficulty level. So you're managing a lot, and that's where it's harder to focus on those specific details and actually like get it real clear. Sometimes going slow is the fastest way to go fast.
I've definitely heard that a few times from dance coaches.
Yeah, slow it down and you will get there sooner. It's kind of interesting. um, but yeah, those are my things I would recommend, and you'll be able to see the results faster actually, in a sense where you can get really specific and be like, oh yeah, I do know that now.
Hmm.
um, Even like just knowing what a certain transition between two vowels should feel like, even making sure that that part of your range, like making sure as you're sliding through, the ping doesn't pull off, right? Or that the space isn't cinching down in the back of your tongue. That's a really specific thing that you can look for and then know, oh, am I doing that or am I not? Okay. I'm doing it. Oops. Okay. How do I not? All right. Got it. I fixed that. Right? So it's a dance move.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Any other
Okay.
things that you want to talk through or anything before we sing a little bit?
I did have another question. I'm so bad at keeping my question. I should write them down.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, do it. Write them down. You can text me too, or like anytime, and or email me if you really feel like. Yeah, it's a good idea to get these things out. If not, like, or if you want to wait, and if it comes back to you, let me know.
Okay. Um, I can sort of remember. I
Yeah,
was going to ask a question about your sort of um philosophy and approach to technique. It, there's something more specific than that, but I guess I could just ask that.
yeah. I mean, well,
Um,
I can say specifically, I've worked on a lot of different techniques over the years. Like, I've tried them out. Um, I've studied different methods, myself to just figure out what in different genres works best and what works in like, my body. I can only speak to that really. I can't say like I'm the expert on all singing techniques ever. But I can say that through that study, I felt the need for, and it's been important to me to have a vocabulary that's specific to pop and modern pop singing, that I don't really think is out there. And so I created a technique of sorts that has that, and that's the three-dimensional singing method, which eventually I'll have a book on it or something. But at this point, it's just it's my working philosophy on singing. So it's the fact that the voice is a three-dimensional experience. When you hear a sound, it's a three-dimensional experience, maybe even four-dimensional. Um, and or multi-dimensional, right?
Yeah.
And so you've got the forward and the back, the left and the right, the ups and the downs, and actually throughout every phrase, there's a lot of there's the movement of this, right? So it's sensing that. It's also being able to almost visualize that. When you're changing pitch, you're noticing, okay, I'm going up, and I feel this. Everything is expanding when I'm doing that. I'm getting louder. Everything's getting bigger, right? These are ways of I want it to feel visual because we are visual animals predominantly, even though it's an oral thing and you do have to listen to it as well. Um, it's got to be in your body. To me it feels like something that is like moving through you. You're experiencing it as much as you're also creating it.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's all my questions.
Okay.
Uh,
Did that answer
uh,
does that answer that question?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, great.
That's-
Um,
Okay.
so let's get back in on this. I think we if you're good with this, I'd really like to just focus on that part of your range and then also use your intuition. I want you to notice what is getting closed or tight when you start applying it to singing. So just go back to that sound we had last time where you're doing and where this is really open. It's going to be too much for your singing at first, of course, but just notice where that is. Go ahead.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, so this is ah and a. These two different vowels in the same place. Do it again.
Oh. Hey.
Okay, a was a little bit less pingy than ah that time. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, do it again.
Oh. Hey.
Okay, they both had the ping. That's good. They were different notes. So they'll try to use the same part of your voice so you can notice they're kind of like the same otherwise. There's only one variation between them.
Hey. Oh.
So you want the note to be
Oh.
up there. Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Hey.
Hey, oh.
Oh. Hey.
Yes, nice. How about oh?
Oh.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
Yes, see, did you notice A changed a little bit from where you usually would say it? Hey, when you did that, it was more open and more pingy. You went oh a little bit that time instead of oh. I want you to go into it.
Oh.
Yeah, that was great. Those were consistent. See, we're listening for between those two things. Did anything change? It didn't need to, because it should just be your tongue shifts shape a little bit in the middle of the tongue to change the vowel.
Okay. Okay.
Just the middle of your tongue, not the back, not the front, and not your jaw doing something, not your soft palate changing. All these things tend to want to happen. Not cinching here, right?
Okay.
Try it again. Oh,
Oh.
perfect. That was really smooth. You feel it?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go to another vowel, even right? Oh, back to ooh all the way.
Oh.
Uh huh. How about if we go this way? Let's go. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. When you say a a.
Hey.
Okay, I'll let you a little bit of change on that one.
Yeah.
Hey hey.
Hey. Hey.
Uh huh. E.
E.
Me.
Me.
Okay. Mommy.
Mommy.
Me.
Me.
Moo.
Moo.
Mommy me mo.
Mommy me mo.
Mommy me mo moo.
Mommy me mo moo.
This is a great exercise to do. You can do it on different pitches. You sing Mame Me Mo Moo. And you do it twice in a row. And you go through that and you sing it. Mame Me Mo Moo, Mame Me Mo Moo.
Mommy me mommy moo. I don't know if I said that right,
That's okay.
but
Mame Me.
mommy, mommy
And then
me,
it goes Mo, which is actually back here. And then Moo down here. So Mame
mommy
Me.
me mo.
Maybe I just do it. Mame Me Mo Mo. That's fine. That's too much. Let's go. Mame Me Mo Moo. Mame Me Mo Moo.
Mommy me moo.
Twice.
Mommy me moo. Mommy me moo.
Yeah, much better. Do you feel in the mo, the first time when you did it, mo was kind of lost? Ma me mi mo. You have to drop a little bit down to get to that one. That's because you're going technically over the top of the vowel circle, and then you're dipping back for the o, and then you're coming under here for oo. It's a weird order, but whatever. Words are in any order, so we gotta know how to do it.
Mom, me, me, mo, moo. Me, me, mo. Wait, mo,
That was great. Yeah, and then last one. Moo.
moo,
Okay, so you're gonna do that
moo.
one gesture now. Mame mi momu, mame mi momu.
Mama, me, mo, moo, me, mo, moo.
Yeah, try not to lose any ping when you're going through those. Make sure it all stays in the same open space that you had.
Me, me, mo, moo, me, mo, moo.
Okay, pretty good. Moo got a little more pinched. Moo. It's happening down here. Do you hear it and feel that? Moo, moo.
Moo, moo,
Uh-huh.
moo,
Moo. Moo.
moo,
You have to almost let that go a little bit behind your nose there. Moo.
moo,
Yeah. Mo moo.
moo, moo,
Yeah. Me mo moo.
me, mo, moo,
Okay, pretty good. Me mo. One more time.
me, mo,
Yeah. Me mo moo.
me, mo, moo.
Okay, and then back to the two in a row.
Me, mo, moo, me, mo, moo.
Okay, the second group was a little less space than the first group, but they were all connected, so that's good. Ma me mi mo moo, ma me mi mo moo.
Me, mo, me, mo, moo.
Pretty nice. Good, much better. Good job. Okay, now let's go up. Oh, my piano's not even on. It's okay, we don't need it. Ma me mi mo moo, ma me mi mo moo.
Me, mo, me, mo, moo.
That sounds a little different than the one you just did before, does it? Do you feel it? And do you hear that? It's a
Think so.
little difference. Where and how and why do you think? I'm going to have you guess first.
Um, I'd say what it have to do with closing my throat?
Yes, yes. Ding ding. Yes. All right, so the throat right here, just a little bit you're pulling on the vocal cords there by tensing in this back of your tongue area. Just a little bit. Or even it might be the back of your laryngeal pharynx, which is down there. The back of your mouth is called your pharynx.
Okay.
This is like the it's technically there's a little musculature that can move in the back of your mouth. You have your nasopharynx, your oropharynx, and your laryngeal pharynx. Those are the three different spots in the back of your mouth. But so yeah, I'm sensing there's a little pinch right there. It could be on this laryngeal pharynx, or it could be in the back of your tongue. Subtle. But when you had it before, ma me me, the air was flowing straight through. There was no resistance. And then you went, ma me me mo moo. It's just a little bit more pinched. Do you hear the difference? Ma me me mo moo, ma me me. That's more my laryngeal pharynx. Versus, ma me me mo moo, ma me me. Ma me me mo moo, ma me me. Ma me me mo moo, ma me. Right? There's a subtle difference, but one is a little more crunchy. It could be a cool texture sometimes, but you just want to be in control of that,
In
right? Like
control,
it's,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Me, mo, me, mo, moo.
Uh huh. That was the old pitch we did before. So go up a little bit more. Here we go. Ma me mi mo moo, ma me mi mo moo.
Me, mo, me, mo, moo.
You hear the ooh is a little more crunchy there, but
Yeah.
ma was good when you started it. Ma.
Ma,
Yeah. So when you come off that M, you gotta go right to this shape. Ma.
ma,
Uh huh. Much better. Ma me.
me.
Mm-hmm. Ma me mi mo moo. Want to feel like woo 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 in your mouth.
Me, mo, moo.
Much better. Yes. Do it again.
Me, mo, moo.
Yeah. Okay. And you do it twice in a row, right?
Me, mo, moo. Me, mo, moo.
Yeah. That got a little bit lower on your soft palate by the end. So it was like mo me me mo moo mo me me mo moo. It's kind of here by the end, right? Moo was where you started. So moo moo. That's a soft palate as well as actually a little bit of your tongue too, maybe in the back when you're doing that.
Okay, okay, okay. Mommy, me, mamu, mommy, me, mamu.
Let's see if you can just say ma.
Ma,
Even a little higher. Ma.
ma,
Ma.
ma.
Actually, that was excellent. Really good. That moved into your mixed voice. And you didn't go to head voice, did you? I didn't hear you go flip
I don't
entirely.
think so.
Yeah. So that was still in your mix, which is nice to know where that is. Have you tried your mixed voice before?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah, in mixed voices, it's a really different position. It's something you'll learn how to do and have more clarity about. Right? At first, I would say just get really good about knowing these sensations in the back of your tongue, the sound, the change that's happening in here, and also, how to balance between the vowels. Um, then we'll move into expanding into the top parts of your range, of course. So, but like that was great when you just did it. You kept the shape open. You allowed the air to move up a little bit into the nose as you went up. That's what you want to do.
Okay.
So, ma.
Ma,
Yes,
ma. Oh my
that
gosh.
that time you flipped. Ma.
Ma,
Okay, you flipped to your head voice again, but that's all right. And now go to May.
me.
Just play with it. It's okay. Try to stay in your chest voice, even if it's a little louder maybe than you expect, or maybe you can't go as high as you want yet.
Me, me.
Say maybe,
Maybe,
not
maybe,
maybe, but maybe.
maybe,
Yeah, do you feel that your voice is still in your chest voice there? May, hey, hey.
may,
Right. Maybe.
maybe,
Yeah. May.
may.
And that feels a little lighter when you do it, right? This is intro to mixed voice all of a sudden. Now we're doing May. That's how we get to that.
May.
It's a sense of kind of we starting in this heavier position for your voice, where we're using the resonance down here, and then we start to shift the resonance higher and use more of the mask of your face, which becomes more like your head voice feeling, and that's why it's called mix because you're starting to kind of mix into the direction of your head voice where that resonates, but it's still your chest voice.
Okay.
May. It
May.
was a smooth transition. You actually went to head voice, but it was nice and smooth in your transition. So that's good. Let's now go back to this note. Ma me mi mo mu.
Ma me me mo moo.
Yeah, do you hear the little just subtle like
Yeah.
underneath just a little bit. Ma, you want to keep it open. Ma
Ma.
me.
Ma me me mo moo.
Yes. Make sure that's the position you're using for right now. It seems super overly classical, right? But that's okay. I want you to know where this position of being open is in your throat first before you start to cinch things down on yourself. That was really good. That's connected. Now, let's see if you can just a couple more notes out of this. Ma me mi mo mu.
Ma me me mo moo.
Okay, so a little squeaky on that
It's
first
real
approach.
squeaky.
Just try to send, yeah. Ma! A lot of air, right? And boom, boom, boom.
Ma.
Yeah. Ma
Ma
me
me
mi.
me mo.
Got it. Go, go,
Ma
go.
me me mo moo.
Uh-huh. You got to continue to throw the same position. You want to hit the ping, right? Ma, me, mi, mo, mu.
Ma me me mo moo.
Okay, me is a little closed more than the me was. Ma, me, mi.
Ma me me.
Yeah, better. Me. A little tall, a little more air
Me.
still. Yeah, there you go. Me.
Me.
Yep.
Ma
Ma.
me me mo moo.
Better. Yes. So that connecting that one vowel now helped your mo and your mu in this context too, because it's coming right after that. When you have these in sequence this way, it helps you feel the roll in your tongue, and it also helps you connect the resonance in a way that for us to go to mo afterward is it's good because o and these underside vowels tend to lack the ping and things that's harder for them to tap back into that and they get really heavy otherwise. Same thing happens to oo. It's actually really hard to get that oo brighter sometimes for people. Or and these are also on the underside of your vowel circle. As far as did we go through the vowel circle before with what those notes are with this the how that works?
Yes.
Connection, right? So the undercurrent vowels are harder to get to on the ping. So me mo, trying to make your o a little more like your e, as because it's coming right after e, right? Me mo.
Me more.
So o got a little lost that time, but let's just take the m off.
Ew.
Yeah, that was much closer. Now you can feel there's no resistance in between there, and it's just literally transforming into that. Do it again.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. E.
E.
Ew.
Ew.
Uh-huh. O is bigger than E, right? So be prepared for that one to open back again and the feeling in your jaw and your soft palate, everything open a little bit more.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Ew. One more time.
Ew.
I also feel like I almost have to go through ew to get there smoothly. You can't just really take a diagonal route. Um, ew, if you want to connect the nasal resonance at least.
Ew.
Ew. Actually, maybe
Ew.
even too.
Ew.
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 Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Try it here. Ew.
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 Yeah. Open. One more time.
Ew.
Huh. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Keep it open there. Oh.
Oh.
You hear and feel a little bit of resistance down here. Oh, just a little. Oh,
Oh.
oh. Send that air through.
Oh.
Great.
Oh.
Yeah. Ew.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Keep following through with the air, but that was a really good connection between the vowel and with placing it in the ping in the space the same. One more time.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh.
Good. So your O has more ping now than it did before. Now go oh.
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 Ew.
Ew.
That one. Oh.
Oh.
Ew. Hold it.
Ew.
You're closing down just a little
It's
there,
closing. It's closing.
but you started in a good place. Keep the air flowing through it. It's a big vowel. You got to keep that air that matches that.
Oh.
Ew, right? Ew. Think about like you're blowing up this balloon. O is woo circle.
Ew.
Okay, close. Yep, sounding really good though. The O is it's a challenge because it's on that underside a little bit. But we want to connect your air a little bit more in between oh, I think that will be the key. One more time.
Ew.
Yeah. Stretch.
Ew.
Okay. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, oh, oh.
Ho ho ho.
You can be that big with it. That's right. Yeah. Ew.
Ew.
Oh. Bigger.
Oh.
Ew. Get comfortable there.
Ew.
Oh.
Oh.
Good. A little H maybe. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at the time. I'm gonna have to let you go. I have to jump onto
Okay.
another lesson right now. thank you. Great job with this. Hopefully, this is something you can start to see the connection between those different vowels. Practice that feeling and the connection between these. Me, me, ma, mo, mu, me, me, mo, mu, all that. But you can take off the M and then just do
Okay.
that transition between the vowels. In this part of your brain, we were on a D right there. And that's sounding really open, actually, when you're connecting it right now. All the way to O. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you next week.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, Jameson.